Brian Davies graduated with a degree in English from Cambridge University.
Shift the fucking brick! Fuck off!
7 years later, he was a published author. By the mid-80s, he'd become one of the best-known journalists in advertising. Today, aged 54, he is homeless and penniless.
You go to 2 universities, work for shit like 30 years, get regarded, which I don't necessarily think is true, by 100 people you've worked with as the best journalist they've ever known, and you wind up on the streets.
In January last year, we met Brian Davies for the first time. We were introduced by a friend who'd known him for more than 20 years. Brian had been homeless for 7 months, moving between hostels, bed and breakfasts, and sleeping rough streets of London. He wanted to tell his story. He believed it would show how easily the trappings of success could be lost. But Brian also predicted that we would see him turn his life around.
Well, it's the profile of John Lloyd, producer of Blackadder, not 9 o'clock news. It's a magazine I founded. Commercials.
Do you keep most of your work?
I do, yeah. To prove who I am, what I do, I've got to carry stuff around because people don't know me. And I say I've written for the Times and Sunday Times, I've written books. I mean, people don't believe, it could be bullshitting, they don't know. Well, there's 3 interviews I want to do. There's Ridley Scott, Michael Douglas, who's agreed to do an interview, wants to do an interview, and David Hockney, who's agreed to do an interview as well.
So have you got to set these up now?
Well, I've just got to get there and arrange a time, yeah.
How's that going to happen?
Well, I have to get some money together. I mean, I'm owed money. I'm owed benefit by the DSS. I'm owed money by a friend of mine. When I get the money, I'll go.
In a career spanning almost 30 years, Brian has written for most national newspapers. He's widely regarded as an expert on both the advertising industry and the movies. In 1984, aged 39, he was made editor of the advertising journal Campaign. But he lasted just a week before suddenly walking out.
It is remarkably easy to spend 30 years of your life living a comparatively comfortable existence and suddenly be around Victoria Station and with nothing in your pocket. I somehow feel that something will work out in the end. That's why I feel optimistic now. That's why I'm not worried. I'm sure that my circumstances will improve. I don't feel depressed at all. I don't think this is the end of the line by any means.
3 weeks later, Brian is about to start work on his first written feature for almost a year. An interview with film director Roman Polanski. He says he's arranged to meet Polanski in Paris in 2 days' time, but needs money to get there.
I'm going on the coach now, doesn't matter.
He's called an old contact from an advertising agency to see if he can borrow some cash.
I'm homeless. I'm homeless. No, I haven't got any money. I can't afford, I haven't got a tube fare. I've got 4p. Oh, God.
If Brian can raise enough money, he plans to travel to Paris by coach later this evening.
Yeah. As for you, I'll come right now. OK, thank you very much, Davies. That's terrific. Thanks. Won't be any taxes, of course. What did I do with the address? feet.
Do you often get people who'll bail you out?
Oh yeah, but I don't go to them, you know. I know people will, you know, and I don't want to ask them. It has to be last resort before I do it. I do this, I write things down, a second later it's gone. You know, where is it? I've got the number, I've got everything, apart from the fucking address. Hell. Hello, how are you doing? Give us a cigarette, pal. Assuming everything goes according to plan, I get away tonight. I know I just said I'm coming back on Thursday. I do not intend to set foot in this fucking claptrap, broken down, rubbish country in my life again. It's police. Fuck. There's a taxi, let's get this. Hello. What's wrong with this? The fucking prick! Fuck off!
After quitting the editor's job at Campaign magazine 15 years ago, Brian revealed to friends that he was suffering from manic depression, a mental illness characterized by erratic mood swings.
I cannot fucking find this address.
Let me have a look for it.
Yeah, please.
Brian is dismissive of his condition and has treatment only sporadically.
Oh shit, what's that? I'm gonna lose him.
He's finally arrived at the advertising agency to pick up his handout for the Paris trip. He also has a £7 taxi fare to settle.
I know. It's not my fault. People think it's drink or drugs or something. It's nothing, you know. I just like this. I always was.
Well, look,
Good
Kat, I've
God.
got 150.
Oh, God, that is fantastic.
All right?
That is
So
fantastic.
don't spend it all at once.
I'm very careful. You know. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
I see you.
Tell me what the timetable is for the next couple of days now.
Well, OK, 10 o'clock tonight, Paris. Tomorrow, just relax, I hope, in Paris. We've got nothing on. Well, Wednesday, Polanski for lunch. And I'll probably come back Thursday. Unless, as I say, I try and what to do with myself. I'm never going to set foot in the country again, I don't know. I just want to get abroad and think about things. I just have to go to this place. Let's get a pub. The pub's on every corner, it's what you want. There's nothing in sight. Oh, for fuck's sake. There's got to be one there. Ah, fuck. Okay, have half of Pride, please, and a large Scotch.
Brian hasn't made it to Paris. The £150 has all gone.
I was wandering around Soho going to my favourite pub, and a guy started looking at me and following me, and I started to run. He ran after me, and I was getting really quite scared. And there weren't many people around. And he said, I need some money. I've got no money. I've got to have a meal. So I said, OK. And I pulled out these notes in my pocket. They're all together in a bundle. And he just grabbed the whole lot. And I caught up with him and grabbed hold of it and said, give it back to me, give it back to me. And he said something like, you've got it back in your heart. I don't know whatever that means. And then he got away from it, and I just gave up, you know, and that was it.